Good evening. Welcome to Berea High School Class of 2020 Commencement. I would like to begin by expressing our gratitude to Dr. Burke Royster, our superintendent, Dr. Scott Turner, Deputy Superintendent, Mr. Scott Reimer, Assistant Superintendent for School Leadership, Mr. Philip Davey, Associate Superintendent of Operations, and Ms. Terry Brinkman, Executive Director of Strategic Communications and Engagement, and all of Greenville County Schools personnel that made today's graduation possible. I would also like to recognize our Board of Trustees for their commitment to all of the students of Greenville County. I want to thank the faculty, staff of Berea High School for their dedication to our students, especially during this unprecedented time. Every year in the first week of June, we gather to reminisce, honor, and celebrate with our graduating class. This has become a rite of passage and an expectation for all who dream big enough and work hard enough to get where you are sitting right now. We are fortunate that we're able to hold this ceremony for you today. Although we're in a different setting and under different circumstances, it is still an honor to celebrate this milestone in your life. So please rise for the playing of our national anthem. Gentlemen, remove your caps and remain standing for the Pledge of Allegiance to be led by our senior class president, Kenny Pham.
If you would like to remain standing for the pledge, and if gentlemen would continue to keep their caps off, I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. Thank you.
As you all know, this has not been a normal year. We have had to make sacrifices that we never dreamed of. The ending of your senior year has become more like an awkward nightmare rather than a dreamy send-off that you deserve. Yet through all the change and uncertainty, you sit here today waiting to receive credentials stating that you are ready to start the next chapter of your young lives. The decisions that you've made the past 4 years have brought you here today. The journey, for some, may have been a little easier than others. You have learned from your mistakes and reaped rewards for your successes. Now it is time to take what you've learned and apply it in the real world. I can assure you that how you overcome the trials and tribulations you're experiencing now will serve you later in life. Being resilient is a key component to success. Refusing to let anything get in your way breeds grit, strong character, and will help you through the trials and tribulations that you face in life. Any challenges that are thrown in your direction, you'll be able to face them knowing that you have the ability to do so. Because there are going to be times in your life that are hard, and when you will need to push forward to get what you really deserve. You can't sit around and wait for people to give things to you. You have to stand up, work hard, and benefit from your sacrifices. For 4 years, we have been stressing G+ and college and career readiness. As freshmen, you took freshman success. In that class, you learned about careers and most importantly about yourselves. You created a 10-year plan that took you through graduation into your adult life. How many of you remember that plan? Many students have followed it closely. We have 8 students graduating with high honors and 25 with honors. Will y'all please stand, honors and high honors grads? Y'all have worked extremely hard to be honor graduates at Berea High School, and thank you. We had 47 career and technology completers. Would our career and technology completers please stand? Many of you also are college and career ready by taking the ASVAB to enter the military. We have 10 students joining the armed forces upon graduation. Will you please stand? And thank you for your service. Others of you took WIN testing, AP classes, dual credit classes, and coursework that have led you to industry certifications, like certified nursing assistants, cosmetology, welding, machine tool, and many other career certifications. Congratulations to all of you for working hard to achieve your G+. You have demonstrated that you not only meet requirements for graduation, you also have gone the extra mile necessary to prepare yourself for the next steps in life. Your journey does not end when the ceremony is over. You will continue to demonstrate your class and dignity through the coming years as alumni of Berea High School. After today, you will forever be Berea graduates and a part of our Berea family. So go forth and show the world how great you truly are. At this time, you will hear from our Salutatorian, Maria Ventura Morales, and Valedictorian, Karen Vasquez Primo, followed by our student body president, Perla Acosta. And again, congratulations, class of 2020. We're going to miss you all.
Good afternoon. For those of you who may not know me, my name is Maria Ventura, this year's class salutatorian. You may recognize me as that short person you saw that one time in the hallway, or maybe you confused me for the other short person, Karen. But that's okay. I would like to start off by acknowledging each and every one of you seniors sitting before me today. You've all endured so many losses, you've surpassed so many obstacles, and you all have your own stories to tell. However, despite all of our differences, and we have so many as one of the most diverse schools in our county, we also have plenty in common. We all came in today with our green cap and gowns. We all came, of course, to receive our diplomas. We all made it to this day, not by luck or chance, but because we all dedicated the time and effort to be able to sit here, get that diploma in our hands, and untangle what the uncertain future holds. We have fears, uncertainties, and anxieties about the various paths that could unfold in our future. But fortunately, another thing we have in common is that we have a family to fall back to. Berea is unlike any other. I have yet to see any other community that accepts, supports, and loves their students as they have. We have teachers that second act as parents, therapists, or even a personal cheerleader. Every one of us here has spoken to a teacher, admin, staff member that has influenced us to be who we are today. If it wasn't for that one teacher who told you to get your act together, you wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't for that one teacher who told you that they were there to listen, you wouldn't be here today. If it wasn't for that one teacher who showed you that there are still good people in this world, you wouldn't be here today. Now would be a good time to kind of awkwardly glance at them. Now, some of us may have been fortunate enough to also have parents, siblings, friends, partners, loved ones, to push us further every day. A las padres hispanas, gracias por su apoyo, gracias por sus esfuerzos. Espero que hoy te enseñamos que apreciamos todo lo que has hecho por nosotros. Ustedes sacrificaron tanto para sus hijos y queremos darte las gracias. Gracias por los sacrificios, el dinero gastado y por trabajando tanto para poder darnos esta oportunidad. Tus esfuerzos no fue malgastado. Te queremos. Unfortunately, some did not have that. And to those of you who didn't, you made it. Matter of fact, we all made it. We all fought our own battles, maybe with our discouragers, our families, or even with ourselves. We were able to make it here today, and if anyone has yet to tell you, I am so proud of you. We are so proud of you and of each other. We beat so many odds that have tried to push us off our paths, and just when it seems like the world can't get any worse, nature decides to send murder hornets, apparently. But it's okay, because we are going to graduate. COVID-19 can't take that from us. Now, as you all may have read, seen, or heard, our country is in chaos. But I would like to take a pause from focusing on the pandemic, the protests, the almost World War III, and I would like to focus on the good and the change that we will bring to this world. The class of 2020 is the good that our world needs. We are not a class to be reckoned with. All over our social media, we see shootings, murders, racism, protests, viruses, murder hornets, and the list seems endless for 2020. But we are not scared. We are not going to allow these abhorrent events dictate our lives. We've learned about times like these in our history classes, and there is no doubt that we will be spoken about in those same classes one day, whether it be surviving a pandemic, living during the Black Lives Matter movement, and even living during the protests and riots that is happening in every major city across the country. We will be remembered as the generation that helped reshape our communities, country, and even the world. This class of 2020 encompasses the values that our school has taught us: inclusion, acceptance, and support. Each and every one of you here, and all of those watching, have played a role in one another's lives. You may have helped by giving one of us a ride home one time. You may have said some words which just so happened to be exactly what we needed to hear at that moment. Or maybe you even downright doubted us. But despite it all, you all are the reason we pressed so hard to make it. So thank you for your criticisms or your support. Thank you for showing up at our concerts or deliberately missing it. Your actions will continue to add to our flame, and you will see the light and difference that we will bring as we are released into the spiraling, uncertain society. I would like to point out, as I've mentioned, that we all have an influence in each other's lives. So please, class of 2020, bring justice to this world. Bring good judgment. Bring hard work and determination. This world needs us. And whether you decide to continue your education in college, or immediately join the workforce, or join the military, or whatever other option there may be, you all will influence how our society will change. So I ask you now to remember that while we may have lost our prom, we may have lost our yearbook day, we may have lost the last few months of our senior year, we did not lose our voice. We will not lose our drive and determination. We will take all of our social skills, all that we learned about ourselves, all that we learned about the past and current society, and we will progress and reshape our communities to accept all races, sexualities, ethnicities, and nationalities, just as our own school has. Let's fight to make our world a home for ourselves and all people. Thank you.
Hello to the class of 2020. Hello to everyone that is here with us today. I would like to start off by stating the obvious. It's been an absolutely crazy year, and it's crazier to think that we're not even finished with it. In 2019, we were so ready for 2020. We could feel this was going to be a year unlike any other. And so far, it definitely has been. If someone had told us on our first day as seniors that we would be essentially stripped of our last semester, that we would miss out on several memorable senior experiences, that we would spend our last 3 months stuck doing online work at home, that we would be having a socially distanced graduation, we would have never believed them. Yet here we are, despite the great transformation of our typical senior year, our high school experience is not defined by only one semester. It's defined by 4 years. It's defined by the new friends we made, friends we grew closer to, friends who became family. It's defined by the incredible teachers who taught, challenged, guided, and encouraged us. It's defined by the stress, procrastination, and lack of motivation to do our schoolwork. But most of all, it's defined by the challenges, failures, and accomplishments that have driven our self-exploration and personal growth. We are no longer the people we used to be. We are not the same kids who packed into the cafeteria that first day of freshman year. We have changed so much. And now that we're done with high school, we are all taking different choices and different paths. Some of us are going to continue our education by attending 4-year or 2-year schools. Some of us are making our way to various branches of the military. Some of us are headed straight to work. And some of us are going to take time to relax, to contemplate our next steps, and enjoy what life has to offer. We often feel an enormous pressure to have our lives figured out early on, but that shouldn't be the case. We all come from different backgrounds, and we all have different goals, so it's okay to live life at our own pace. Life should be a journey, not a competition, and on that journey, there will be a lot of obstacles and many changes which are inevitable. Change can be scary, but we must remember that we are in control of how we react and adapt to change. We must confront change with courage, not fear, because change can provide us opportunities to learn and to grow. Let's not forget that we are not alone on our journey through life. There are many people that are here to support and to encourage us through both the wonderful and difficult times, and it's important to let these people know that we appreciate them. So on behalf of our class, I would like to thank everyone who helped us get to where we are today. Thank you to all our teachers for your patience and your encouragement, for educating and preparing us for what awaits after high school. Thank you for establishing a home inside your classrooms. Thank you to all our parents and family members for your constant support and guidance, for teaching us the definition of hard work and responsibility. Thank you for your unconditional love and wisdom. A nuestros padres, de parte de todos, les quiero dar las gracias. Gracias por enseñarnos lo que es el trabajo y el esfuerzo. Gracias por todo lo que han hecho para darnos una mejor vida. Y gracias por todo su amor, su apoyo y su cariño. Thank you to all our friends for the many laughs and conversations, for giving us so many unforgettable memories and being there through tough times. Thank you for making school bearable and always keeping it real. Thank you to our administration, to our counselors and coaches, to our nurse and office staff, to our librarians, to our custodians, to our lunch ladies, to our bus drivers, to our school store volunteers, to our vending machine stockers, and to the creators of Google, Quizlet, SparkNotes, and the Magic School Bus. And finally, thank you, class of 2020, you as in yourself. Thank yourself because you did this. You got yourself here. Only you know all the problems you had to deal with, all the obstacles you had to face, yet you pulled yourself together and you did it. We did it. This is not the finish line. We still have many more miles to go. It'll be a difficult journey, but it will be okay because we are strong. We are talented. We are brilliant. We are powerful. We are all capable of great things. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the graduation ceremony for the class of 2020. I would like to read a letter on behalf of the graduates. Dear family and friends of the class of 2020, thank you for coming to celebrate this special opportunity with us. We have worked really hard over the years to get this honor, and we're excited to walk across the stage to receive our diplomas. The class of 2020 asks you to honor each of us by giving us our time in the spotlight as we receive our diplomas. Please do not yell, clap, or cheer when our names are called. You love us, we know this. You support us, we also know this. But when you interrupt the ceremony, regardless of your good intent, you rob us of our spotlight, our special moment. When you clap, all eyes in the arena turn to you when they should be on us. When you proudly cheer, everyone's attention is on you and not on us. We specifically ask you to hold your applause until all the names have been called and we officially declare graduates. So you do not steal us of our spotlight from this brief yet memorable moment in our lives. Thank you so much for coming and all you've done in our lives, the class of 2020. Señoras y señores, bienvenidos a la ceremonia de graduación para la clase 2020 de Berea High School. Me gustaría leer una carta en nombre de los graduantes. Querida familia y amigos de la clase 2020, gracias por venir a celebrar esta ocasión especial. Hemos trabajado muy duro para este honor y estamos emocionados de cruzar el escenario para recibir nuestros diplomas. La clase de 2020 le pide que los honore a cada uno nuestro tiempo en el punto cuando recibimos nuestros diplomas. Por favor, no grite o aplaude cuando están llamando nuestros nombres. Ustedes los aman, sabemos esto. Ustedes los apoyan, sabemos esto también. Pero cuando interrumpen la ceremonia, independientemente de tus buenas intenciones, los dispones de nuestra atención, nuestro tiempo especial. Cuando gritas, todos los ojos en el público se van hacia usted, cuando deberían estar sobre nosotros. Simplemente le preguntamos que mantenga sus aplausos hasta que todos los nombres sean hechos oficialmente declarados graduantes para que no los roben de nuestro centro de atención en este breve pero especial momento en nuestras vidas. Le pedimos, muchas gracias por venir y por todo lo que han hecho en nuestras vidas. Con amor, la clase de 2020.
Before we get started with the presentation of diplomas, I know we are all incredibly excited to be here this evening. And so I would at this time like to invite the audience to take a minute and cheer for the class of 2020. Thank you. No graduate got to where they are today alone. We all have a village to support us. So next, I would like to invite our graduates to take a minute and show appreciation for their parents, guests, teachers, and staff. Finally, I would like to invite the students, parents, and guests to help us show appreciation for the school district staff that have worked very hard to help us have this day today. Under normal circumstances, we would have had a graduation practice prior to our ceremony. But as we know, this year has been anything but normal. So I would like to take a moment and explain how the processional is going to work. Students, when directed by your section leader, please put on your mask, stand, and move out of your row towards your section leader to approach the stage. As much as you can, please keep a distance as close as possible to 6 feet from the person in front of you. As you approach the stage, you may remove your mask. You will receive your diploma and then walk over to have your picture taken with Mr. Noel. When you return to your row, please remain standing until everyone has returned to your row, and then your row may be seated. It is a day of much celebration, but we ask again that you please remember the words read earlier in the letter from our students and respectfully stay silent as names are called so that every graduate's name can be heard. Karen Vasquez Primero with high honors. Maria Ventura Morales with high honors. Perla Lisbeth Acosta. Kenny Nyok Fan with high honors. Gwendolyn Michelle Adams. Andrew Edward Aguilar. Mary Elizabeth Aguilar Tejada. Nilson Fabian Ujutes. David Lavon Alexander. Emmanuel Alvarez with honors. Daniela Anastasio Quintana. Qualiza Jamila Anderson. Antonio Bautista. Mackenzie Ray Arrowood with honors. Rontavius Takorian Arterberry. Alondra Balderas with honors in absentia. Jonathan Balderas. Catherine Lauren Ballard. Brandon Travis Ballinger. Jonathan Balderas. Gavin Andrew John Banks in absentia. Summer Dawn Baptiste. Taylor Lenora Beatty with honors. Tianu Robert Bellamy. Christos Bizbipkis with honors. Nadario Keyshawn Black. Jakari Armand Blassingame. Javion Lamar Bobo. Grady Laquan Booker. Jermark Boozer. Braxton Kamaya Borden. Kingacia Davida Brannon. Nikema Shakira Rajeen Brock. Aaliyah Sky Brookshire. Angelina Arminda Brown. Sydney Elizabeth Brown with honors. Raheem Elijah Bruton. Rayford Emmanuel Bruton, Jr. in absentia. Tyreek Antoine Bryson in absentia. J. Michael Campos. Haley Brooke Kennedy. Malik Isaiah Carr. Layla Jasmine Castillo Magana. Jalen Brianne Chambly. Brianna Simone Wittenberg Chapman with honors. Corey Allen Charvez. Vanessa Chavez with honors. Hugo Cortez Alonso with honors. David Cortez in absentia. Natalie Jasmine Cortez Luna. Hope Mackenzie Howard. Joshua Jameen Lee Cox. Kwamaya Jakaya Craig. Jonathan Cruz Garcia. Victor Alfonso Cruz Castro. Yesenia Cruz Garcia. Jazaria Deshay Curitan. Tyranny Janelle Davis. Zaire Travell Davis. Decarius Tavon Dennis. Maximilian Savon DeWitts Randolph in absentia. Katie Marie Dills. Jolie Ann Dominguez. Trinity Tamaya Nakia Downs. George David Driver II. Treasure Sandeja Duckett. Lisbeth Melanie Duenas Zelaya. Kelsey Elizabeth Duffel. Hannah Hongon Yong Ta with honors. Isabella Rose Durham. Sarah Noel Edwards. Bryson William Erickson. Ureli Jacqueline Ferreira Zelaya. Zachary Allen Fields. Yadili Figueroa Baza in absentia. Jandalise Figueroa Casanova. Jamie Fur Figueroa Pacheco. Anaya Chanel Fleming with honors. Christian Flores Guadarrama. Jaquarius Stefan Ford. Kel Franks. Javier Alejandro Fuentes Cruz. Joan Francisco Fuentes Rivas. Caleb Matthew Fultz. Jordan Brian Garcia Suarez. Diana Montserrat Garcia Madrigal. Fernanda Nadezda Gavarete Cole. Jacob Daniel Gilreath. Chrisley Godoy Castillon. Yordi Jonathan Gomez in absentia. Jesse Gonzalez Rubio. Aspen Caroline Gregg. Shamia Sabri Graham. Daniel Benjamin Guadarrama Martinez. Carlos Alberto Gutierrez. Jose Enrique Gutierrez. Gracie Ann Hale with honors. Jimmy Harris, Jr. Trey Michael Harris. Malachi Omai Hawkins. Keenan O'Brien Hayes. Kaija Takesia Henderson. Elizabeth Maria Hernandez Aguilar with honors. Kamaje Asante Hill. Shadiman Monet Irby. Allison Marie Jackson with honors. Demetria Lachey Jackson. Leah Jeffries in absentia. Cesar Yahir Hihon Diaz. Daquan Marcellus Antonio Johnson. Tiana Janice Samoya Johnson. LaRufus Diamante Jones. Gaspar Juan Gaspar. Samuel Juan. Rebecca Savannah Karkanen with high honors. Carlicia Desiree Kilgore with Meadow Ann Knapp with high honors. Kennedy Cheyenne Kuhn. Rubio Simon Lares. Myra Elizabeth Leva with honors. Lizulelba Ruby Lopez Juarez with honors. Matthew Ryan Mason. Jonathan Chase Marchbanks. Ashley Martinez with honors in absentia. Adrian Martinez Gonzalez. Alma Jasmine Martinez Mogel. Lourdes Evita Matillo Gaspar. Pishan Elizabeth Matias in absentia. Varencia Sadie Mae Matudi. Dagan Taylor McCord. Ryan Nicholas McCoy. Jasmine Medina. Kinsey Daniela Mejia Noberto in absentia. Joanna Mejia Esquivel. Angel Yair Mendoza Marcelino. Eric Mendoza Marcelino. Alonzo Mendoza Williamson with honors. Sumay Meza Juarez. Patrona Angelina Miguel Domingo. Edgar Josue Moraldo Cantillano in absentia. Susana Morales Buena. Michaela Nicole Mullinax. David Walter Mullen. Patrick Miranda Munoz. Elvis Timothy Murphy. Rachel Shekinah Musinga. Stephanie Nahira Guadarrama. Alexia Remy Sheree Nelson. Eric Wynn. Deontay Renee Noel in absentia. Joshua Sean Norris. Cecilia Jasmine Nunez. Suyapa Rochelle Nunez Matude. Ryan Jacob Odell. Emilio Olgan Heredia. Angel Destiny Olivas. Blake Alexander Pace. Sarah Elizabeth Paget in absentia. Morgan Alyssa Painter. Alejandro Palomo. Rebecca Faith Parker with honors. Cheryl Pedro. Michael Alexander Pedro. Jaquavius Penny. Jesus Perez Jr. Amelia Rose Phillips. Zachary Stephen Phillips. Michael David Posey. Lauren Ashley Potts in absentia. Leah Nicole Powell. Elena Kyrie Preston. Yahir Antonio Quijada Ruiz. Dalton Allen Ramey. Omar Rangel Montez. Maximiliano Daniel Reyes. Emmanuel Alonzo Rico. David Edward Rigdon. Tony James Rigdon. Zion Tyrez Robinson. Emilio Rodriguez Caballero in absentia. Maria Alondra Rodriguez Caballero. Shanika Shali Shaquan Rogers. Jorge Rojas Tenorio. Kaylee Gray Rollins with high honors. Josue Roman. Catherine Yolani Rosales Jaimes. Carol Cecilia Salinas. Giovanni Sanchez Mendoza. Christian Sanchez Rodriguez. Eduardo Jr. Sandell. Michael Rashawn Sanders. Gabriela Renee Santamaria with honors. Jose Antonio Santiago Espinoza. Eric Santillan Mejorada. Lejada Lachey Seawright with honors. Shamari Antonio Seawright. Rolando Diego Sebastian. Michael Isaiah Segui. Serenity Sakasia Simpson. Tiandre Jamar Simpson with honors. Mark Brandon Sloan. James Jaquez Naraje Smith. Christy Summer Smith. Emily Marie Snyder. Jorge Solis. Sydney Gabrielle Spataro. James Edward Stolte III. Sarah Elizabeth Faith Streets. Jacob Shamiz Sullivan. Jacob Lee Taylor. Marcus Zachary Thompson in absentia. Cameron Gray Tollison. Anna Tomas Baltazar. Kajali Jaree Torres. Long Tran with high honors. Ayana Kiara Tucker. Isaac Vidales Bedoya with high honors. Abigail Valejas Barquera. Adriana Monique Walker in absentia. Destiny Rose Renee Wardlaw. Tristan Emily Weathers with honors. Jasper Emilio Welch in absentia. Tristan Brad West. Gabriel Bryce Westbrook with honors. Ashley Nicole Westbrooks with honors. Octavius Elijah Lamar Whitmire III. Jayla Amaria Charday Workman. Connor Jeffrey Wyatt. Breasia Tierra Young. Hawa Zakaria. Stephanie Zapata Ramirez. Jonathan David Zalea. Parents and guests, before Dr. Royster comes to confirm our graduates, I would like to ask you to remain in your seats until all of our graduates clear the floor. After they have had time to exit, we will then invite you to leave your seat. After the ceremony, we encourage everyone to leave the Bon Secours Wellness Arena property where you can celebrate with your graduate. Thank you.
Padres y invitados, antes de que el Dr. Royster venga a confirmar a nuestros graduados, me gustaría pedirles que permanezcan en sus asientos hasta que nuestros graduados salgan del estadio. Gracias.
Please be seated. At this point in every graduation ceremony in Greenville County schools, this year and in past years, the superintendent or a designee from my office will come and officially pronounce you as graduates. This year it's my privilege as superintendent to actually be able to do this with each graduating class, which is most unusual. But I think we all know it's been a most unusual year. Something else that's a little bit unusual is I want to share with you a few thoughts for just a couple of minutes before I pronounce you graduates. I fully believe that adversity both reveals and tests character. And character is that by which we should all be judged and all measured. This crisis has certainly done that for you all and for all the other graduates in this year's class of 2020. What's been remarkable to me, though I guess when I think about it not necessarily surprising, is how you've handled this. If you open your diploma cover right now and you look at your diploma, In the middle of the diploma is the seal of the state of South Carolina. It's kind of small, but you can see within it there are two halves. Within those two halves, there are two inscriptions, one on each. If you could see that, you might notice that it's written in a foreign language. It's written in Latin. It's been on there for a long time. Those two mottos are prepared in mind and resources, which you clearly are. And the second, arguably the more important, as I breathe, I hope. You and the other members, the nearly 5,000 graduates of Greenville County High Schools this year, exemplify those mottos in how you have conducted yourself during this pandemic. You have truly shown and demonstrated your potential. There's potential that lies within each of us, but unrealized potential has little or no value. But you certainly have demonstrated that in this. But I said to you earlier, I wasn't surprised by your actions. When I get the opportunity to meet with the Inter-High Council, which you have representatives from your school, or classes in the district, or individual students, whenever I come away from some kind of conversation in one of those settings, I feel confident and I feel hopeful. Unlike some members of my generation who could sometimes be a little bit cynical about you all, a little bit critical, I don't feel that way. What you inspire in me is that which is reflected in our state's motto, as I breathe, I hope. I fully believe that you represent a bright future and that there is great leadership within your class and others like you graduating this year. I also fully believe that you will do a better job in leading than our generation has done. And that when time comes for you to pass the torch to the generation that follows you, I fully believe you will give to them a better world, a better state, and a better community than we're handing off to you. So I say, when I have the opportunity to interact, when I see what you can do, I am inspired, re-inspired with hope as expressed on our motto. I fully believe that with your leadership, our country can more fully realize its potential. Members of the Berea High Class of 2020, ladies and gentlemen, please stand. Having successfully completed all the requirements for a South Carolina high school diploma as established by the South Carolina State Board of Education, upon the recommendation, the faculty of Berea High School and your principal, by the authority vested in me by the state of South Carolina and the Board of Trustees of Greenville County Schools, I pronounce you, the Berea High Class of 2020, as graduates. You may move your tassels. Congratulations, Bulldogs.